All right. So last worked example we did, which was about a millennium ago, was ungrouped data. We're now starting on grouped data. When we do group data, it's better to have like probably about 5, maybe up to 10 groups. You don't want the groups to be too big, but if you've got them too small, then it's a waste of time doing groups. So some of the times you'd use group data, sorry, is like if you were doing a survey of ages of people in Australia, it goes from 0 up to about 120 or something. I don't know how old the oldest person in Australia is, but you wouldn't want to do every single, there we go, you wouldn't want to do every single year. You'd want to do it in groups. In that case, you'd probably do it in groups of like, I don't know, 20. That'll give you about 5 or 6 groups. Or you might do it in groups of 10, like 0 to 10, 11 to 20, and so on. All right, so we've got data here. We've got a sample of 40 people who were surveyed regarding the number of hours per week they spent watching television. That's the results below. First thing you're going to do is you're going to organize it into 5 class intervals. Okay, so you want 5 groups. And use these to create a frequency distribution table that displays the class intervals, the class centers, and the frequencies. Then you're going to construct a combined histogram and frequency polygon to represent the tabulated data. Okay, how do we work out what the class intervals are going to be? Yeah, okay, well, what's the lowest on there? Okay, 5? Sorry, what's the... Okay, cool, what's the highest? 29? Cool. So we got from 5 to 29 is our range. Cool. And we want to do about 5 groups, yeah? Okay. So we can actually start at 5. 5. Okay, let's go 5 to 10. What would the next one be? Okay. 15 to 20. 20 to 25. 25 to 30. All right, that's very close, but not quite right. All right, imagine you had a 10. Where does it go? Okay. You could, Jacinta, you could go 5 to 10, then 11 to 15. But then you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the next one would only have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So what we do instead is we go 5 to less than 10. And that means if you happen to get a piece of data that is 9.999999999, it would fit into that first one. Whereas as soon as it hits 10, it goes to the next one. So all of these are going to have less thans in front of them. Does that make sense as to why we've got the less thans? Well, fix it. Fix it. All right. Next part of what you got to do. All right. Next thing we have to do is you've already got the table in there, so you can actually put down your class intervals. So in the hours of television watched, that's where you're going to actually put in your class intervals. So you got the 5 to less than 10, 10 to less than 15, and so on and so forth. Did I miss one? 10, 10. No, that's right, because I got the sum of down the bottom. Well, I thought maybe I should have done 0 to less than 5, but no, they've got the 1 down the bottom. So normally if I do one like that, I'll go like that, so I don't think that I've got to put anything in there. But that's all right. All right, class centers is the next column. How do we find the class center? It's, yeah. Okay, yeah, go, what's halfway between 5 and 10? If I said what's halfway between 50 and 100, you'd go 75 straight away. So it is, it's 7.5. So your class center is 7.5. Then what? Yep. So, etc. The three letters that make a teacher think you know more than you really do. Etc. Okay, so we've got our class center now as well. All the secrets come out. That's fair. The way to find your class center, if you can't work it out easily, if you've got a weird class center for whatever reason, is the frequency. It's how many times they occur. Nah, with this one, no, that's the cumulative frequency. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and now we used to have tally. We used to have a column for tallies. We don't have that anymore because you're big enough and ugly enough to sort it out. Okay. What I generally do when I'm doing stuff like this is I'll do one at a time. Like I'll go for the 5s to minus 10, to less than 10. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get 9? Yeah. 7, 10, 8, 6. And it better be 40. Otherwise you've missed one. Cool. Everyone happy with that? Levi? 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 Okay, we all happy with that thus far? Okay. All right. Now, from this, part B, guys, part B asks us to draw a frequency histogram. Sorry, was it a cumulative frequency histogram, was it? Did the question say? Yeah. Did it? Or did it just say frequency? It's just a normal histogram, it's not a cumulative one. In other words, we're going to... Yes, we're going to have a polygon, we're not going to have an ogive. Well done. An ogive, yeah, well, an ogive is only on a cumulative frequency histogram, and from that we can read the median and the interquartiles. And that's where you go from corner to corner? Yeah, and it's always going up because it's a cumulative frequency. Whereas this one is a polygon. It goes from center to center. Yeah. Goes from midpoints on each of them. But you can't actually, like, it doesn't read you the median, anything like that. All right, so now we've got to draw in the things. Now you'll notice that they've already put the class centers in on the horizontal axis. So they're the class centers we just worked out. No, you leave half a gap. So if your columns are going to be 1 centimetre wide, then you leave half a centimetre. That make sense? So you'll notice they've got 2 grids for each one. You leave 1 square knot. So yes, they all touch. They just don't touch the side. All right. So what was our first one? Levi, what was our first? It was 9, wasn't it? So 9. So I'll draw that in. Okay. 7. Then 10. Can't see the lines. Whee. Then 10, then 8. Yeah. My lines aren't very accurate. And then what was it? 6. And then 6. There you go. Excellent. Well done, Levi. Look, I know you guys did the wrong one, but I am impressed that you guys did this. So we will work out how you can go off and try and do some of the other one that you missed out on. But they did the wrong book. They didn't look at FM5. I was very disappointed. I got online on the Friday and there'd been no views. And then you go on video. Well, I was looking at what videos for this one, and I was like, there's only 6 videos, and I was up to like about 7 or 8, and there was only 6 videos up there. I was like, dude, how is this supposed to happen? I'm really confused. And then I asked someone, they're like, oh, we put out, guess what we did? What? We put out this stuff on this thing. Oh crap. Yeah, we all thought you were in the live. That's worse. Oh, stupid bell! Yeah. All right, last little part on this one. We've just got to draw the polygon now. Now, the reason we left that half a gap is that's where your polygon starts, down at the 0. Yeah. And it goes up to the midpoint, and you join all the midpoints, nice straight lines. And then the last one you come down to is half a gap to the edge. Okay? Yeah. That is your polygon.